The AVerMedia 513 webcam has had some real conflicting reviews on the internet. Some people saying it's the best thing since sliced bread, others not so much. So let's give it a real world test. We're going to unbox it, we're going to test it, and at the end of the video I'll give you a verdict of whether it's worth the £190 price tag. As always, hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get on with the unboxing. So getting into it then, on the top of the box you have the key specifications, 4K Ultra HD, also has 1080p 60 frames per second. Next you'll have the privacy shutter, which you can see works really nicely and has a really smooth motion. Third on the box is the 94-degree wide angle, which is not too bad, not too wide, not too short, should offer a good view. And then we have its plug and play, which basically means it uses a universal protocol to use Windows and Mac. You'll see from the box that it is really nicely put together with nice imaging on the front of it. If we turn to the side we see the specifications. It's worth going into those in a bit more detail. It's USB 3.0. It will not work with USB 2.0, so please bear that in mind if you have an older computer. It has a Sony 4K CMOS sensor, and we will see if that's any good in the upcoming test. It has an image resolution of 8 megapixels, which is what you expect from a camera like this. It has a maximum resolution of 4K at 30 frames per second. It has an f-stop value of 2.8, which is not too bad, again we'll see in the upcoming test. And it has a fixed focus rather than a variable focus, which is a very good thing. When we tested the Razer Kiyo Pro, it was hunting, so the autofocus was looking for its subject, but it wasn't keeping up with the image on the screen. Which is why a fixed focus is a good thing, because when you are streaming or using this camera you aren't going to be moving, so a fixed point is a better use of technology. So moving on, and we will open the box and see what's inside. Now the first thing that struck me when I opened this was the size of the camera. It's a big unit, it is not small, but with that it is well made, it feels robust, it feels if it fell on the floor it wouldn't smash into a million pieces. It feels like a quality heavy unit. Moving the box out the way to get a better look at the unit itself, you'll see the symmetry of the unit makes it for a really attractive design, and it will look really good on any monitor, I feel. The nice touches like the chrome around the outside of the sensor just emphasise a really good design overall. So just to emphasise the size of the sensor and the difference with a cheap £50 webcam, you can see it's an awful lot bigger, which is where the money is being spent. It also has a privacy cover which slides down seamlessly and has a really good motion in it. And it also has a stand which is rubberized all the way around with a mounting thread, so you could attach this to a third-party stand if you wanted to. Very nice package all in all. On the rear you'll see the USB-C port, which you can attach the provided cable, or you could indeed use a third party if required. Really nice touch. So with the contents of the box are the camera, the cable and the quick start guide. Now let's get on with the testing. So here we have it then, the AVerMedia 513, simply plugged into the computer. There's no post-processing. I'm in OBS, I'm using this microphone right here, not the microphone on the camera itself. It's the middle of the day, I've got the blinds down and the curtains drawn to my left. I'm sat in front of a big open window, and you can see the image quality is not bad. I'm in the centre of the frame. It's good. I can notice a little bit of graininess in the image quality, which is not ideal, especially in the middle of the day. Where the light is coming through on the window to my left of me is very bright, and it doesn't look that bright in person. And then just notice this here as well, in the top right hand corner, is the red on this jumper is not processing very well, which is interesting. And if I do go back towards the corner here, you'll see there is a slight bit of fish-eyedness in the lens, which is not ideal. But in the centre of the frame, good quality image, not bad. So for comparison, here is the same camera with the same settings set at night time. The only two light sources in this image are my monitor and the light at the back of the picture. And you can see it does produce quite a grainy image. Not ideal for a £190 price point. This is a mic test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. So if you go onto the AVerMedia website, there is some software available for this webcam. PW513 website. Go down to downloads at the bottom. AVerMedia Cam Engine. Download and install. I've already installed it. And you get these settings available. Brightness. Contrast. Hue. Saturation. And sharpness as well. And then in advanced you get a backlight compensator. You also get zoom, which shows up the quality of the webcam. Then you have a pan as well, but you have to be zoomed in to use that pan. Also tilt the image as well once it's zoomed in. You can change the flicker settings, 50Hz, 60Hz are off. Yeah, there you go. I started off this review really wanting to like this product, and to a certain extent I do. I really like the build quality and the overall package from AVerMedia. I feel as though they know who they're aiming this product at, with a high quality camera and really good image quality if you are well lit. However, if you're not well lit, that's where it falls down and the image quality becomes terrible, in all honesty. If you look at this example, you'll see what I mean. So for £190, I don't think you can really recommend this camera as it is. If it had better low light capabilities, then yeah, maybe it justifies its price tag. The Brio, for example, performs much better than this camera. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe this video, it helps me out massively, and I'll see you again soon for another review.